Jai Gurudev, good evening. Thank you, Beatriz, for joining us today. To start, could you share how you became involved with the art of living and His Holiness Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji? Of course, I first encountered the Art of Living Foundation many years ago. I was going through a challenging period in my life and I was looking for some inner peace. A friend recommended I attend one of the Art of Living courses. The breathing techniques and the wisdom shared during that course were transformative. Shortly after, I had the opportunity to meet Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar Ji in person, and his presence had a profound impact on me. Since then, I have dedicated myself to the teachings and work of the art of living. Your experiences with Gurudev are quite inspiring. I heard you were involved in a significant mediation event in Colombia. Could you tell us more about that event? Yes, that was a remarkable experience. Gurudev had told us in Canada about a year before the event that we should go to Cuba and initiate dialogue with the guerrilla forces in Colombia. It sounded daunting at first. Imagine being asked to mediate with guerrilla leaders. Initially, another teacher took the lead, making the necessary contacts and setting up the meetings. Eventually, I joined Gurudev and Bhanudidi in Cuba for the talks. The guerrilla leaders were very suspicious initially, always watching the doors and windows for potential ambushes. Over several days of dialogue, Gurudev's message of peace started to resonate with them. He pointed out that decades of violence had only led to more suffering and loss. By the end of the meetings, these tough leaders were relaxed and even joyful, showing deep respect for Gurudev. One of them, a man who had lived in the bush for 25 years and was responsible for countless deaths, expressed feeling like he was in the presence of a living saint. That moment was incredibly powerful. That must have been such a profound experience. I understand you have had many opportunities to travel with Gurudev. Could you share a memorable story from these travels? Certainly, there was this one time in Seville, Spain, which was both stressful and amusing. I was driving Gurudev and two Swamis around the city in a rented car. I was so nervous driving next to him that I ended up lost and missed several landmarks. Moreover, I realized too late that I needed to return the car on time and catch the same train Gurudev was on. Despite the precise schedule of European trains, the train waited for 15 minutes for me. It is moments like these that make you realize the influence Gurudev's presence has, even on something as mundane as train schedules. It is fascinating to hear about these personal anecdotes. There is also a well known story about Gurudev's stay in your home in Argentina. Could you tell us about what happened? Yes, that was a bit of a chaotic but memorable time. When Gurudev first stayed at my house, we had so many guests that every room was packed. One morning, after everyone had used the hot water, there was none left for Gurudev. He called me, and even when I realized the issue, I was mortified. We had to rush out to get a clean bucket for him since the ones at home were all dirty. Despite the situation, Gurudev was so understanding and took a cold shower without any complaint. His ability to remain serene and accepting in such situations is truly inspiring. Hosting him sounds both rewarding and challenging. Can you share more about the growth of the art of living in Argentina? Argentina has experienced remarkable growth in the art of living movement. We have managed to gather large groups of meditation, with events attracting up to 3 lakh people. This widespread engagement has had a ripple effect across Latin America. Today, there are thousands of art of living teachers throughout the region. It is quite common to hear people discussing art of living courses in various settings, from restaurants to public spaces. Despite a relatively small population compared to India, the devotion and impact here are significant. That's impressive. Finally, how would you describe the impact of Gurudev's teachings on both your life and the wider community? Gurudev's teachings have deeply influenced my life, providing a sense of peace and purpose. His emphasis on inner peace, compassion, and service resonates with many and has fostered a strong community spirit. His ability to touch lives, from individuals like me to guerrilla leaders and political figures, is a testament to his universal appeal and the transformative power of his teachings. The joy and peace we experience through his guidance are reflected in the community's enthusiasm and growth. Thank you, Beatrice, for sharing your incredible experiences and insights. It is truly inspiring to hear how Gurudev's teachings have impacted your life and the community in Argentina. It was my pleasure. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share these stories. Jai Gurudev.